In this class, we want to make the body of the Scarfinator, and the measurement here is 32 inches by 15 inches. That's the head circumference. This is the head circumference, is 32 inches, and the length is 15. Now remember, this is a non-stretchy fabric, so that's why the length is that much. If it were to be a stretchy fabric, it would just be 24. So now this is the right side. This is doll face satin. This is the right side of the satin, and like you can see, I trimmed in the edges of this material so that it will look neat. So what I'm going to do now, I want to sew my cap. Now remember the band we sewed before. This is the band, and this is the body of the cap we'll be attaching to this. So this is the right side of the band, and this is the wrong side. So the right side is facing up, and this is the right side of my satin. So I'll turn it this way. Now the right side is facing the right side. So what I'm going to do, I've taken this midpoint of this, I folded it into two, and I notched the midpoint. This is the midpoint. So I'm going to position it in such a way and sew, so that this body will cover this line, so that by the time I finish, it will not be there anymore. So when I sew it, it will cover it. So I'm going to hold it down with my needle. See what I'm doing? I hold it down with my needle. So now I'll take it to my machine and sew. So let me do that, and I'll come back and show us what. So now, as we are sewing it now, see, I did not start from this beginning. I started from this midpoint so that I will not miss it. So I started sewing from this midpoint, and in sewing, you see that line is out, and this line, so they will not reflect. So in sewing, you also have to be careful. So that's what we're doing now. Joining the band of the cap to the body. I've sewed one part to the body. So you see how it came out. The line is no more showing. So now I'm going to turn it this way, and sew it like this. Remember, this line must not reflect. So let's do that. So let's go. All right, let's cut out the threads. Okay, can do trimming to make sure cut out the. By the time I iron it now to balance, so you see it's rambaba. See it. So the next thing is for us to give it a hand. Okay, is it okay, knit on it? All right. So these are the materials I'm using for the hand. This big. Okay, so the measurement I have here is 8 by 17. Okay, now I don't want to use this for this. I want to turn it to this girl now. Wow. So what I'm going to do now, remember this is the right side, that's the front of my cap. So like I said, the measurements of the hand is 8 inches by 17. Then I now trimmed in the edges, so I now have 7 length. Now this length you can decide to reduce or increase it. I want my own hand to be long, that's why I'm making it long. If you want it short, you can make it short, but you have enough material, you can make it long so that you can actually tie it however you want it. So now this is the hand. Now this is the body of my cap. I'm going to fold it inside. Okay, fold it inside. Now this is the right side of my cap. Note, I'm not doing it like this, I'm bringing it like this. Okay, so I'll now use it to serenade the hand, that is wrap the hand. Wrap it. Now what am I going to do? I will sew this. Now while sewing, I must be careful that I don't sew this. Okay, this is the old. I will just sew it to the band. I'll not sew this part because remember I folded all this in. So that's what I want to do now to one side of the hand. I'll also do the same to the other side. That is inside, because if you sew it, there'll be problem. So just note where. this is what we have. Now you can decide to leave this like this, or you can decide to sew it together. Okay, welcome back. So you can see I've attached the hand of the Scarfinator base. Now some people choose to leave theirs as scarf form, but I want to make mine into a cap form. So you can actually leave it like this as a scarf and tie it, okay? But I want to make mine into a cap. So I'll fold it into two like this. Fold it into two. See the edges. The body that I'm really interested in. Now remember, because this material does not stretch, now from this point, this band part, I will not sew this band. If it was to be a stretch material, I will cover it up, but because it does not stretch, I will not cover it up. I will not sew this band part. Also on the body of the cap, I will also measure 3 inches and I'll mark it off. Okay, so when I want to sew it to cover, I will not start sewing from here. I'll start sewing from this point I marked, so I'll sew from here. Now remember our turban cap, when we are doing it, that curve we put, so I'll also measure from here. I'll measure 2.5. So I give a mark off. Okay, so when I'm sewing, I'll sew from here. When I get to this point, I'll give it a curve here and then sew it to this point. Okay, so I'll sew from here, give it a curve at this point I marked, then sew from here and end at this point that I marked here and not here. Okay, because it does not stretch, that's why I'm giving it this extra space so that I can easily tie it. It can enter my head. All right, okay, so let's go take it to the machine. See, I've sewed it, even though I'm using a white thread, but please always try to use a matching color of thread. So it's now in a cap form. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a needle and thread. Of course, you know how we make running stitches. Okay, I'm going to do that one off camera. I will not show it to us. So the same way I started from here, so I will start my running stitch from here, then run it through and end it here and pull, so that I can get a pulling effect at this point. Okay, so and after that I'll show us the final look of my Scarfinator base. Please, if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section, and please don't forget you're still watching Chi Creatives, and if you have not, thank you for watching so far, and please go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Tap like our video, drop your comment, and please share with your friends. Thank you.